in your body over the last few years.
Yep, absolutely.
You've been a mum, obviously, so you've been through pregnancy, also being a competitive athlete. Have you noticed changes happening in your body because of the way that you've treated your body over the years?
Yeah, absolutely.
So tell me, what are the changes that you've seen?
More muscle tone, and different weight on the scales, all of those kind of things. So
how has that affected your mind?
Messes with it, to be honest.
Yeah. And that's a really common story that I hear from people all the time. So for me, having lost over 40 kilos in weight, I've been pretty much every body shape. I'm currently the apple body shape. Right. I've been the rectangle. I've been the inverted triangle when I went to the gym for a little while and I got really strong here, but I had nothing here. I've been pretty much everything. And I thought tonight we'd talk about two things. One of them is body image and body positivity, because that's a huge thing for everybody. And that's not just a gender thing, that's men and women. So I really want to talk into that tonight. And then, speaking from my experience being an apple, but having been everything else, and from Rachel's experience of being the perfect hourglass, we're going to share with you some basic tips on how you can dress for your body shape and present the best of yourself to the world. Now, the reason we're doing it together as well is very soon we're excited to announce that we will be launching our own clothing range for you guys. Yeah. And it's called Everyday Fabulous, which means you can have a little bit of fabulous, well, a little bit more fabulousness in your everyday life. So first of all, I want to say hi to everybody watching. Oh, there's a bunch of you on here. Nice to see you. Hi, Maddie. Good to see you. Really awesome to see your transformation as well. I'm so proud of you. And while we're live, by the way, if you guys have got any questions or you want to know more or you want to see some of the clothes that we're going to talk you through, please send a message in. I've got my computer here to the right. Yeah, you're right.
To the left.
And you can ask us about anything to do with body shape and body positivity. First of all, okay, Rachel, I want you to think back to when we were cavemen. Back in the day when we were cavemen, we all wanted to be accepted, because if we were separated from the rest of our tribe, if we were isolated, we actually physically couldn't survive. So our brains are still hardwired to be accepted. And when it comes to body image, a lot of us feel inferior because we don't feel acceptable. So a lot of us do a lot of body modification. We try to manipulate the way we look. I've been guilty of this, so I speak from experience, purely to feel better about myself and to be acceptable. And I really wanted to talk into this with you guys a little bit about the psychology of appearance. So let's take a look at that slide. First of all, this is what I've studied. I believe that at the core of our image, most of us are wanting to look fertile. And this comes from scientific studies. So Rachel, what are we looking for when we're trying to look younger?
We're looking for large eyes.
Yep.
Wrinkle-free, and smaller noses.
Absolutely. So a petite nose is a sign of age. So our nose is one of the last things that stops growing even after we die.
Right.
So when we're wanting to look attractive, think about signals of arousal. So often bright colored lipsticks, redder lips, and dilated pupils are often signals that we give out on a physical level to show that we are attractive. What about when it comes to looking healthier or skinny, Rachel?
Well, we need to have good skin, a fit body, long legs, that's what I'm aiming for.
Yep.
Toned arms and a tiny waist.
Absolutely, and the sign of a tiny waist is very, very big right now, and there's a reason why. And then of course, there's that part of our caveman brain that still wants to look fertile, or for men to look virulent. And so with that, in women in particular, there's signs like bigger breasts or breast augmentation, bigger hips, and a big fabulous booty. So there's all of these signs that we see going on in the media all the time, and there's a portion of us that really aspire to that, purely to be acceptable. Rachel, has anything that you just saw in that slide, has any of that resonated with you? By the way, I'm looking at the fact that you're wearing red lips tonight.
Yeah. Red lips, fertile.
and aroused.
Trying not to be. Big butts.
Yeah, so good. But it's just a sign of who we are and who we're basically sharing with the world. So everything that we are tells a story about how we feel about ourselves and the story that we're trying to portray to the world. So Rachel, as an example, I've got you as my beautiful model today. When I look at you with the story that you're presenting to the world, I would say you're probably an entrepreneur, you look like a businesswoman, you're wearing leather, so you've probably got a little bit of money, you've got sparkly jewelry, you're looking legit. You also work as a mortgage broker. So you're in an industry which is predominantly a sausage fest, to be fair. So it's a highly, highly male-dominated industry with only about 5% of it being women, I understand.
Yep.
So when it comes to presenting yourself in the corporate workplace, is this often what you wear, or how do you present yourself in that circumstance?
I'm always looking to be casual, dressy casual. Like I mentioned to you today, I went to a meeting this morning and it was a suit fest and everyone was wearing black. And then
suit fest meaning sausage fest. That's the way I described it.
And I messaged Monique and I was like, everyone's in a suit. And I wore a kimono this morning.
Perfect.
And I thought a little pop of colour and I stood out from the crowd. But that's kind of what I want to do.
Excellent. Actually. So if you kind of want to stand out from the crowd, if you want to make the best of who you are, we got to get rid of that caveman mentality, which is all about being part of the pack. And we have to learn what's that part of us that we really love and what story we want to share with the world. So when I was a size 22, as an example, I didn't want people looking at my body. That's why I started wearing black. I wanted to hide my body. And instead, I wanted to direct their focus to my face and my hair. So I've always had really big hair and I've always worn a lot of makeup and had a beautiful love affair with makeup. So for me, I didn't want any attention here. It was all about my money maker. So the first thing I would share with you guys is to work out what's the part of you that you really love. Is it your personality? Is it your lovely long legs? Is it your booty? Is it your boobyliciousness? What's that part of you that really makes you stand out from the crowd? Because I want you to love it, I want you to embrace it, and I want you to not share it with everybody, of course, but I want you to use that as your key point of focus, but feel comfortable at the same time. Okay, so I think we've got sound again, guys. Thanks for hanging in there. Hi, Janet, by the way, nice to see you. And oh, yeah, you're friends with Maddie. That's so cool. So when I found out all this data and put this together, I was really shocked. By the way, this information, you don't have to read it now, but it's actually already in my website, moniquebradley.tv. The link to this blog article about tonight's live is all on my front page, so you'll be able to find it there. And in that page, you can actually download my guide to how to dress for your body shape as well. So yeah, the study shows that basically the way we present ourselves affects so many factors in our life, from the way we're perceived at work, to the way we're perceived in our family environment, to even how much money we earn. But get this, happiness, statistically, the happiest people earn 4% more money worldwide.
Right.
And happiness has nothing to do with the shape that you are. Happiness is 100% an inside job. So my style tip for you guys tonight is, if you can start working internally and find that bit about you that you really love and share that with the world, you're on your pathway to success, not just emotionally, but physically as well, and mentally and professionally. And that's the biggest tip I can share.
Winning.
I know, totally winning at life, right?
Yeah.
So when it comes to learning about your body shape, happiness first, and then let's take a look. First of all, if you're like me, you're probably the apple, which is there on the left hand side. The apple body shape has a higher concentration of weight around the midsection. Now, the real challenge there is you don't want to draw any attention to it if you can, but try and make the best of your beautiful long legs or your lovely long arms, and V-necks work really well for you. Now, you're kind of close to a pear shape, aren't you, Rachel? You're kind of a mix between a pear and an hourglass. Yeah. So if you're a pear, like Rachel, Rachel, what are your thoughts on being a pear shape or close to?
Yeah, creating an illusion of an hourglass, and you know that's about wearing the right kind of styles that fit you. Your shoulders are narrow and your hips are wide, and that's why I fall a little more into the hourglass. But you know, strike a balance. Wear outfits that enhance your lower body. Wear wide-legged pants, A-line skirts or dresses with pattern or ruffled tops. They add definition to your upper body, and that looks really great. Skinny jeans with loose tops help create an hourglass illusion.
And if you have a look actually at what you're wearing today, skinny jeans, loose top. Yeah. And that's actually the perfect look for a pear or for an hourglass. So that's why when you arrived and I said, don't get changed, stay in this outfit.
Out, people.
You're working the right outfit. Now the next body shape is an interesting one as well. So the hourglass, everything, if you think of one of the Kardashians as an example, it's all about cinching in the waist. Now the hourglass is actually technically what most people strive to be, but you know what, I find it really uncomfortable. I'm an apple, so I'm completely opposite from an hourglass, and every time I try to cinch in my waist, all I can think of is I can't eat anything, I can't bend over properly, I feel uncomfortable. So if you're a true hourglass, own it, own your curves, wear fitted dresses. You can wear those little skater dresses as well. You can wear a bodycon dress and feel amazing. So go for body hugging outfits and really show off those beautiful, gorgeous curves. Don't do what I'm doing, which is wearing slightly looser garments, because you'll actually look like you're wearing an oversized caftan, and it's just not flattering for your body type. Go for something fitted and make the most of it, because look, it's amazing, you look great. Let's take a look at the next one. So Rachel, when I first met you, I actually thought because of all your Waka armour, you were an inverted triangle.
Which is where you want to add definition to your hips and focus on creating a balance. So straight cut jeans, which we're both wearing tonight, and dresses that naturally have an inverted look. So what you're trying to do is add some definition to your hips and obviously slim that wider shoulder look. And since your hips are narrower than your shoulders, pencil cut skirts, skinny jeans with any tops. And what you'll notice is, even though Monique and I are different body shapes, we're wearing similar clothing tonight and we're rocking it.
Absolutely. So with an inverted triangle, chances are you might have a really big bust, you might have done a lot of work at the gym, you might be a rower, you might have done lots of work on one of those rowing machines. You're really built here, but you're really narrow here. Ideally, to create that idea of shape, you want to actually make something happen down here. You don't want to go for, say, a caftan top or a floaty top like this, because chances are you'll just make yourself look a little bizarre in shape. So you'll add too much around the waist and you'll end up looking, what's that? Kind of like an oval.
Like a circle?
Yeah. And
an almond.
I guess if that's how you want to present yourself, that's totally okay. But yeah. I guess with that inverted triangle, even a nice pair of fitted wide leg pants that kind of zoom out on the sides will create that beautiful illusion of an hourglass. And essentially that's what this is all about. It's about creating that beautiful illusion where you most importantly feel good. So coming back to that apple thing, if you're an apple like me and you're trying to cinch in your waist too much but you feel uncomfortable, you're not going to look and feel your best, and that's what it comes down to. Okay, so finally the rectangle. Now when I was 42 kilos, oh hi Tammy, good to see you as well. When I was 42 kilos in weight, I was a rectangle.
Right.
And that means basically you have very little boobage, you have very little booty, you are you're usually very petite, and your hip width and your waist width and your shoulder width is all about the same size. A great example is the singer Pink. She is all straight down because she's basically one giant muscle. And at the same time, we think of people like Kate Moss, Twiggy, who are all straight down. So there's not a lot of definition in their shape. But the great news is you can wear things like A-line skirts to add a little femininity. You can add some ruffles. You can get really fancy on it. Dresses that add definition to your bottom and really good necklines that we see a little bit of skin in your upper body. Look great. You can wear sleeveless, strapless, sweetheart. It's great. Blazers work extremely well for you too. So if we think of Annie Lennox, she's a blazer girl. She is a classic rectangle. She doesn't have a huge amount of definition. She is straight all the way down. So no body shape, in my opinion, is actually perfect. And a great example is you're an hourglass, right? What have been your challenges with dressing?
Sometimes it's like, you know, if it's cinched in at the waist, then it shows off too much booty, and then it makes my shoulders look broader. I've got big shoulders, it's okay. So, and it's finding, I can't wear straight things because I need to have some definition at the waist, even if it's just a slight tuck or some darts or something like that, or something a bit ruffled. If I wear something straight, I feel like a box.
Excellent. So that's actually a rule of thumb for most body shapes. So I'm going to show you guys very quickly some ideal garments that anybody of any body shape can wear. So Rachel, you've got some examples here.
Yes.
Kimonos are really on trend, and we've got some kimonos coming into our range in the next few weeks, which is really exciting. So kimono is great. If you are a rectangle, if you are an hourglass like Rachel, or if you're a pear, what I would highly recommend is you wear a bodycon dress or a fitted dress underneath, because as Rachel said, something like this, oh no, don't walk out of shot, stand right here. Something like this can actually swamp a smaller frame. It can be too big, but if you contrast it with a fitted outfit underneath, you'll create the perfect balance. And that's what you've done with your other kimono here, haven't you, Rachel? So what inspired you to put these pieces together?
Well, I like the idea of having a really plain, simple dress underneath, and that you can add a little bit of floral, which apparently is the style right now.
It is. It's on trend.
Of the season, and it's a little bit of fun. So I can go to work in this and actually still feel professional, but at the same time really comfortable as well.
And that's what it comes down to. When you're comfortable in your clothing, when you're comfortable with your style, that's actually when you look the best. Excellent. Now, if Rachel was going to do something a little different, so for example, because she's an hourglass, so she has a little booty, come on over, wearing something like the classic denim jacket will work extremely well for her. So she's got a slightly sort of a mid-length jacket on today. So a mix between a cropped jacket, which comes in at where your waist should be, but hers is slightly lower than that. Really good for her body shape. This jacket length wouldn't work so well on me. I actually need a slightly shorter one to create the illusion that I have hips. Because right now my tummy is slightly bigger than my hips.
And I have hips.
There you go, there you go. So again, it's about finding that right combination of pieces that will create that illusion. So great choice of jacket, by the way. And again, you wear this dressed up, dressed down?
Yeah, absolutely. So I can wear this with a dress or wear it with a long top, and it creates a really nice silhouette.
Perfect. Now, Maddie's just messaged in and said, I'm between a triangle and a rectangle. Absolutely, and your body's going through transition anyway with your weight loss, but as we found out from your wardrobe in the weekend, a classic denim jacket goes with just about everything, whether you're going to like an outdoor wedding and you want to throw something on, if it's a bit more casual, through to you've just been helping out with feeling fab in the weekend, and I know that your denim jacket is darker, so something like this is great. Daytime, nighttime, so perfect. And the best part about most of the styles of denim jackets, they suit everybody.
Yes.
I'm not kidding.
Yes, then they don't have to be expensive either.
No, they don't.
No way.
Okay, so from my perspective, I have exactly the same dress in 3 different colours. This is all from my friend Jan from OBR Merino. Rachel has exactly the same dress. So even though we are completely different body shapes, so where I go out, she goes in, we can wear exactly the same dress. So while it might look a little boxy, when you pop this on, the way that the dress is cut is that it actually hugs around your boobage, which is great, and then it kind of drops after that. A shift dress, a classic shift like this, will suit practically every body shape. It works on a rectangle, it works on an hourglass, and I know you've worn yours a million times, right?
Yeah.
How do you feel when you wear it?
I feel great. Yeah, I really feel fabulous because it sort of covers the lumps and bumps. you know?
And that's what we want. The key to wearing a shift dress, of course, is make sure you've got good undergarments on underneath. So if you're wearing something see-through like these chiffon ones, you want to make sure that you've got a really nice undergarment that's not going to, the fabric's not going to get hooked on, if you're like me and you've got a few rolly bits, it's not going to get hooked on that. You want to wear something where the fabric underneath is going to slide past. It's really important. This is the tunic dress that normally goes with these. It's made of merino, so you can wear it summer, winter, which is super cool. That goes in underneath your overlayer of chiffon. Now, this is part of what we would call a capsule wardrobe, meaning you can wear the same outfit a million different ways. So whether you're wearing the whole outfit with your kimono or whether you're wearing it with a blazer, blazers are massive this season as well. Whether you're wearing it with denim jacket, whatever you want to team it with, these are absolute must-haves for your wardrobe. Now, by the way, I've put together a PDF download on my website that you guys can download right now, and it gives you the details of some of my must-haves and gives you an idea of your body shape and some recommendations on how to make the most of you. Because at the end of the day, I don't want you to fit into society's idea of what perfection is. I want you to feel good in your own body, in your own skin. You're going to be in your own body for the rest of your life, so you might as well maximize on its amazingness. This is the same dress, but it's what we call a high-low dress. So the front is shorter and the back is longer. Now, Rachel, you have the same dress as well.
Yeah, sure do.
And you have it in bright red.
Yes, I do.
Now, bright red, amazing color on you. What happens when you wear it?
I feel like I stand out from the crowd.
Which is nice.
Which is the idea, right?
And you get a million comments, right?
Yes, I do.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent. And look, you know, that comes down to that acceptance part of ourselves. Amazing styles. The other thing I would highly recommend, regardless of your body shape, Rachel has almost identical tops. And again, we are completely opposite body shapes. But anything that kind of works as a swing top is really, really good, particularly for you ladies who are sort of like us. You might be in your 40-somethings and you don't want to wear something that's really a little too huggy. You don't want to look like, as I say, mutton dresses lamb, as my mum would say. You want to feel a little bit more comfortable, but still look relatively elegant. Now, you had a top on almost identical to this morning, didn't you?
Yep, sure.
With your kimono.
Yes.
So it's a perfect piece that you can wear with the denim jacket. You can wear this under a work blazer if you're having to wear a corporate wardrobe. You can pretty much wear it with everything. I've worn it on television with jeans. I've worn it with formal pants and a blazer. Really, really good. The things you want to look out for is that the sides of it will kind of splay out a little bit in an A-line. And then on the back, so I'll just show you that again. So it's kind of an A-line style top, and A-line dresses are great for every body shape as well. And then on the back, why I love this is it's got pleats. Now, I got this from Kmart. It was about $12, and I've had this for 5 years, and it still keeps going. This top just doesn't quit. Now, on the flip side, the final thing I want to show you guys, one thing I'd highly recommend, particularly if you're doing fancy things, always get yourself a really good quality shift dress. So while this might look a little boxy on camera, this is what I wore to our event the other week. Why I love this dress is the tailoring. So this is another dress that suits everybody's shape. And why I love it too is that in the back, there's actually darts in the back. So what this does for my body shape in particular is it creates an illusion of shape in an area where I don't have it. My back kind of goes straight down and becomes my butt. So it's a way of basically creating a shape with good tailoring, and that's one of the tips I really wanted to share with you tonight. In fact, I've got 2 more slides I want to show you really quickly before we finish up with my key tips on how to make yourself look amazing. So here's how to make the most of you. First of all, understand your best and favorite features and play them up. You can do it. I want you to embrace your body shape and the styles that look best on you. And to really understand your body shape, I want you to go to my website, moniquebradley.tv, and download my new PDF download, which is all about body shape and to know what you should be wearing, what's going to suit your body the best, and how to work out what your body shape is. As I mentioned, I want you to get tailored. If you've got garments that don't fit right, it can actually make you look bigger than you are. Rachel, what are your thoughts on undergarments?
Undergarments need to be smooth. They need to create a line that flatters you, and they actually hold in the bits that for you are probably a little bit round or a little bit lumpy.
Yeah, so the bits we don't want to share,
yeah,
right?
Absolutely. You want to look the best on the outside, just like you feel on the inside.
True. And I want you to ask yourself, what kind of image do you want to project? What story are you telling the world about you? And what makes you feel, which is what we've highlighted tonight, the most confident? When it comes to research, what are your thoughts on research? Like looking at the icons, the iconic figures, we were talking about Marilyn Monroe earlier. What are your thoughts, Rachel?
I think it's about who you identify with. So if you look at someone in history that you think actually fits your body type, then maybe that's what you want to align with. And I think, again, it's about what actually makes you feel great and what you want to project out there.
Oh, so true. Structured jackets. Perfect for every body shape. Now, our line of clothing that'll be coming out very soon has some really amazing structured jackets that suit every body shape. We are super excited. And then, of course, you've done a lot of work on your body image and your body shape. So what do you think is the key to success?
The key to success is loving yourself. And, you know, really what you want to do is put out there how you're feeling. And so I dress every day differently depending on how I feel.
So true. And the biggest thing I want to share is don't become a prisoner to society's depiction of perfection. I don't want to be a Kardashian. I want to be me and the best version of me possible. Now you've created tonight's other look as well. So you've gone for the kimono as well. Kimonos are massive this season. They're always on trend actually. Really, really cool. Chiffon kimonos in particular are going to be massive for spring, summer. So I highly, highly recommend every body shape get one. Massive. Floral is huge this season as well. So if you are an hourglass or a pear like Rachel, you want to go for some skinny pants, you want to go for maybe a looser top if you feel comfortable. If you've got that beautiful flat tummy, you can wear something really fitted or a bodycon dress underneath. If you're like me and you're a bit more of an apple, you want to go for something a little looser and a skinny pant, and I always wear heels. Now finally, it's most important, as Rachel said, to love yourself. And I can't begin to tell you how important that is when it comes to body image and your body shape, because the most attractive quality in a person is their happiness. Genuine happiness is the #1 most attractive quality across every culture.
Yeah. And it's subjective. It comes from the way you view the world and yourself, and it starts from the inside. It's an inside job.
It certainly does. It's amazing too. Statistically, happy people are less likely to take sick days. They have better health. They look after themselves, and they honour their bodies, and they want to share the best part of that self with the world.
Happiness is the one body shape that looks great on everyone.
Absolutely. So regardless of what body shape you are, we hope we've brought you a little bit more happiness tonight. I want you to go out. I want you to embrace your body. I want you to love yourself and present the best part of you to the world. Rachel, final thoughts tonight?
I think every day, dress how you feel. So if you want to go out there and be bold, be bold. And as you've mentioned previously, if you put something up to your face and the clothing takes over, maybe it's not right for you on the day. But go out there, wear some colour. This morning, boring, black. I love black because on a day when I want to tone it down, black's good. But, you know, go out there, wear some colour and be bold.
Absolutely. And my final thought is wear your personality. Be you. Be fabulous. All right, time for us to head away. Thanks guys so much for joining us. I'm Monique, this is Rachel. A big thanks to Lord Pete Ward. He's that online guy who produces all these shows. We couldn't do it without him. No way. And remember, head to my website, moniquebradley.tv, download my PDF, and keep an eye out for our amazing clothing that will be coming your way very soon. I'm super excited.
Me too.
Everyday Fabulous coming your way. Can't wait to share it with you. Thanks, Rachel. Awesome job. See you guys.
Soon.
Stay fabulous. Bye.